Welcome to Tunisia's Locs, Beauty Tips, and Potpourri, the channel where we get it all in. You can also learn more about the I Am Melanin Magic brand. Thank you for stopping by. I want to take a few moments to share with you some of the successes that the I Am Melanin Magic hair brand is having. Jimmy here, along with his father, have been dealing with hair loss presenting as bald patches and thinning throughout his hair for over 10 years. He decided, by way of his girlfriend, to give I Am Melanin Magic a try. With consistent use of the I Am Melanin Magic Magical Hair Growth Serum, using it 5 days a week for 8 weeks, these are the results that he was able to get. I am Melanin Magic, and so are you.
Hello, beautiful butterflies and perfect people. You are with Tunisia Ali, and this is the Tunisia's Locs Beauty Tips and Potpourri channel, also known as I Am Melanin Magic. And today I am here to talk about and to present to you some way to navigate or get around what happens to your sister locks, your knotted locks, your micro locks, your tiny locks, your small locks, whatever it is you want to call them, your locks, when you're someone that's exercising a lot and your hair is sweating a lot. And there are different types of exercises that we can do that are not causing a whole lot of sweating. But then there are exercises that we can do and things that we participate in that create a lot of sweat. When I'm doing belly dance, I don't have to really worry about my hair as much because what may be sweating is here, maybe my back. When I am in the sauna, I'm getting more sweat from here and some in my head. But believe it or not, when I'm cycling on the trainer, which I'm doing a lot of because I'm working on training for my first race, y'all, my first race around my birthday in September, and I'm really, really excited about it. In 15 minutes, I can be drenched in sweat, and the sweat droplets are hitting the floor, and my hair, when I'm done, is soaking wet. So as of more recently, I'm having to navigate the sweaty scalp at a level that traditionally and prior to this time was not really something that I had to think about. So I wanted to give you some suggestions of some things that you can do, including some of the things that I used to do anyway before I even started the cycling. But the cycling creates a lot of sweating, especially when I'm on the trainer in the house, because it's a much harder workout than when I'm actually outside riding. And so one of the things, probably one of the top things that I would suggest would be to take a cup of water and to just drench your head with it, to let that, move it around your head just to make sure you hit all the places and let this help to rinse some of the sweat out. That's one of the options for those of you that are super picky and just don't feel clean unless you wash your hair, but you don't always have time to wash your hair. When my hair is washed, it's a job. It's a job. Believe it or not, I still have locks that expand after all of these years, and I have a lot of hair. And now with the knots, everything is expanding even more because the knots, the way they sit, give you the benefit of more density. So your hair lays differently. It's not flat like with the interlocking. It stands up. So I don't want to have to wash my hair every day. It would be a big job for me to have to do that. So that's one option, and then just simply blot it dry. The second option I like a lot, and it is working very well for me, and that is to use the floral waters, which are better than just regular water because they come from essential oils. They're extracted from the oils, so they have some of the same constituencies. Although they're not as concentrated, they're very, very healthy. But the most wonderful thing is they leave your hair smelling very fragrant. And what I do is I mix different floral waters. I keep them in a spray bottle, similar to what you all may see when you see the I Am Melanin Magic bottle. I will mix several different floral waters. Now for me, I may add an essential oil drop or two, but not usually. If I do, I just shake it up. I don't have to worry about preservatives or anything like that. Now for what I'm creating for you all, I have to worry about that. So I have to put some additives in it. But for my own use, the mixing of the floral waters is going to eliminate any bacterial growth anyway, because I'm not using just regular water. So you don't have to worry about that particular aspect of using sitting water and putting it in your hair, water that may have been contaminated. So when you mix together the ones that you love, and you can search for them anywhere online, you can get them from Google. They're quite a bit expensive, but to me it's worth it. I use orange, I use rose water in a limited way. I'm not the biggest fan of rose water, but I use orange, I use rose water, I use cardamom, I use chamomile, I use rosemary, I use lavender, I use vanilla. I use different variations of them to get the smell that I want. And I just spray my locks. And I get them nice and moist, and I massage it in, and then I just spray again. And then I spray the length of my locks. Why? Because we're also adding moisture. And there are so many unintended benefits of using the floral waters, down to if your hair is very dry, it's going to be good for your hair. It works great prior to putting on something like the premium I Am Melanin Magic Blend here, which is a spray oil, which is excellent for helping to renutritionalize your hair and to give your hair the supplementation that it can lose sometime through the loss of minerals and things that come out when we sweat. But the floral waters are excellent because you can come up with the scent that you like. You can add anything else to it that you want. And it smells so good and it dries fast. But with a spray bottle, it's going to just totally saturate your hair with a mist. And it's going to just make you feel good. It's going to make you feel clean. And you'll notice when your hair dries, your hair smells good. It smells at the scalp like that. So that's a wonderful way. Again, I would always follow up with some oil. All right. Because keeping your hair oiled, which is another thing I have that I want to talk with you about. Keeping your hair oiled after it has dried is also very good when you're doing a lot of sweating. If you're sweating a ton, and you're finding that you need more wash than with the cup of water or with the floral water, I would say wash your hair once a week, provided you're not drying it out. I would still be braiding and banding. And in fact, if you're working out like that a lot, you may find that braiding and banding your hair prior to the workout will work better for you to help keep your hair orderly, especially for those of you all who are in between your retightenings. And let's say you're dealing with a lot of, I don't know, a lot of times you're dealing with a lot of, I don't deal with it because I got knotted locks. So I'm not dealing with tangles and all of that. And you all know I take a bath almost every day, and my baths are like an hour to an hour and a half. And when you take a bath, your hair swells, your roots swell, and your hair starts to get entangled. And because of that, it can become difficult to pull apart, or it can just become difficult to cooperate. Those parts need to be straightened out and smoothed out again. And you need to make sure that maybe you add oil to relieve some of that friction. But prior to exercise, like I said, you want to make sure your hair is oiled, okay, first and foremost, because that's going to help to keep it pliable. It's going to help to make it easy to manage and work with, and it's going to protect the individual strands from the same level of trauma that they would experience with other strands that were dry in terms of getting entangled and interlocked. So you want to make sure your hair is oiled. But even more, you want to make sure you just go through, and this may seem time consuming for some of you because you may not be used to doing this, but if you're sweating a lot, it's going to pay off to go through, separate your locks, make sure your grid is straight if you have a grid, or if that's something that's important to you. Comb through your hair, but make sure that those particular areas where maybe your hair is very dense or where it grows very fast, make sure that that hair is separated. Even if it means at the root, you need to just twist just a tiny bit, or that you separate a lock of your hair and you make a simple plait to help keep the hair manageable. Because what will happen is if you're sweating that much, your hair is swelling, it gets tangled up, and you're doing that every day. If you don't get on top of it and you don't do something preventive to help with that, then your hair can lock like that, or it can become, I want to say, you can break your hair, or you can weaken your hair, as it continues to do that, and you continue to have to force the hair apart. So you want to try to be as proactive as you possibly can. So braiding and banding, or just plaiting your hair into loose plaits. The other thing you want to be mindful of is be mindful of or refrain from keeping your hair tied up. If I've come from the cycle or I've come from the sauna and my hair has been up, I'm not going to leave the sauna with my hair up and allowing the sweat and the moisture to just kind of marinate. I'm going to open this up and take it down and allow my hair to do some air drying. Air drying is always a help. It can also prolong the amount of time, or to give you, it can also prolong the amount of time by buying you some extra time that you need to actually, you know, wash your hair. If you're leaving the gym and you got to go right back to work, let your hair down, allow it to dry. Once it dries, have a little portable spray bottle of your floral water and just spray that in your hair. And then later on, or later over the next couple days, you can go back home and wash it. You will not be sorry. And again, once it is dry, go ahead and oil the hair down. Those are like 3 main things that I will recommend to you. I don't personally, this is just me, recommend washing daily. If your hair is very thick, you can do it. With the knotted locks, we wet daily and we oil daily, if that's what you like to do. It's not mandated, but it's healthy for the hair, it's good for the hair, and knotted locks thrives with that type of regimen. And you all know I shifted to knotted locks back in April, towards the end of April or early May last year, and I love my knotted locks. I just can't even tell you. I don't even know when I do retightenings. That's how stress-free this is, and that's the way I like my life, stress-free. I like to focus on other things besides my hair. So absolutely love it. I think I tightened up pretty much. I'm good. I'm pretty good all over. I have probably, I don't know, maybe 50, 60, 100 more that I need to take, not even 100. Maybe I say 50 or 60, but when I think about it, that might have enough for me to slide my finger almost all the way through, which means I could tighten them if I want, or I could wait another several weeks. But the thing is, with the knotted locks, you don't have the tangling like you would have with the knotted locks. There's an encouragement to oil and to use water, and so that's not an issue for me. What is a time-consuming thing for me is to wash my whole hair and then to have to deal with the hair drying and having to get to a point to where either I would have to dry it with the dryer, or I'd be walking around with wet, drippy hair, especially if it's not the summertime, for a while. So for me, it's not feasible for me to wash my hair every day after a workout. I typically don't want to wash my hair every day after a workout, but the use of the floral water, a gentle rinse, and a weekly or bi-weekly wash, depending upon what my needs are and what my workouts have been, are what works best for me. I hope that these tips are useful for you. I hope that you're finding that the information that I've given you can really give you a little bit more ease with your workouts, because I remember reading in the comments some of you complaining about the smell and being a little self-conscious about that. And clearly, once the hair dries and you put the floral water on it, you're still benefiting from some of the antibacterial properties and the natural floral aromas, which, depending upon the oils that you choose, can be very depthful. You love them. Not only that, if you're dealing with the dry hair, as I mentioned, or issues with the scalp, it can help alleviate some of that, and it can also help to give you some of your shine back. Chamomile is just absolutely excellent for that. Really good at helping to bring the moisture and the vitality back to your hair, and also is good as a detangler. So I hope that this video resonates with you. For those of you who are trying to get your hands on some of the I Am Melanin Magic oils, you can get them from IamMelaninMagic.com. I appreciate all that you do to support the channel. I love to see you all show up in the comments. Oh, and there was someone who I ran across less than a week ago who asked about the knotted locks, and if they notice more lint. And y'all know I am the lint queen, because all of my videos the first year, I was always this thing about lint, and just really trying to, I was paranoid, but I was also OCD, and I carried a pair of tweezers in my purse, kept 1 and 2 bathrooms at home, and carried a pair of tweezers in my car, and I would be stopped somewhere picking at my hair, traumatizing my hair. But one of the things I have not found yet that I don't see the lint like I used to. I haven't, but it's not like I'm really looking for it either, but I have not found that my knotted locks are gathering any lint or gathering any more than anything I would notice under other circumstances. I will keep an eye on that as something that you all brought up, but it hasn't been anything that I've noticed. You guys asked specifically, did we notice more lint from the daily oils and the wetting of our hair? And I have to say no to that, or the knots all by themselves, no to that at this point, but it is something that I will be on the lookout for. I don't know what would make it be more, maybe the knot itself, but I know with the locks, we're still all talking about hair that is moving, getting enmeshed and getting entangled and wrapping. So I would imagine the potential would be the same and not anymore with the knotted locks, but again, that remains to be seen, and I will keep you posted as I continue on the path to this wonderful journey. I love all of you. I want to thank you again, and I will talk to you soon. Happy New Year!
If you are not using Melanin Magic hair oil, then what are you using?
Hi, I'm the creator of the I Am Melanin Magic skin and hair care brand. The I Am Melanin Magic hair oil is our premier product. It is the leading high-end supplement for your mane.
It reduces breakage and promotes growth and can be used on all hair types and looks, from straightened hair and microlocks to wigs and protective styles. It's antifungal, antibacterial, and it's anti-funk, so you know you're protected.
It softens and conditions your hair, and it's anti-frizz too.
Hey guys, so I started using this oil called I Am Melanin Magic since February of this year, and check out the new growth. Like, it's insane. Not only did it help with my new growth, but it smells amazing too.
See the dramatic improvements Denisha has made after not having hair around her edges for 3 years. Tanya's hair had been like this for almost 20 years, and while getting injections. Her doctor said it was scarred and would never grow back. After 4 weeks of using I Am Melanin Magic, this is what she looked like. I Am Melanin Magic did this to Danette's hair after a short time. This is really all your hair needs. It's rich with antioxidants, loaded with growth-promoting ingredients. Look at the growth of my hair. It's amazing. The product speaks for itself. Order yours today and don't delay. Don't delay. Purchase yours today.
I Am Melanin Magic,
And so are you.